Whoa!
Hi.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? It is officially 7 o'clock on Sunday night.
Happy Sunday.
Tuning in live from our sunroom. We were going to do this outside again, but it is absolutely raining buckets outside right now here in central Pennsylvania. So we moved indoor a little bit here into the sunroom area.
But it's still hot out. It's very sticky still. So
give us a thumbs up as you're popping in here. We can see you coming in. Drop in the comments section. Make sure and let us know you can hear us loud and clear.
Tell us who's here. We want to know
who's on the feed today. Obviously, we have a couple things to go over today, but as you're coming in, drop on in, put some posts up on there, some comments so we can hear you before we get into the essentially meat and potatoes of what tonight is going to be.
So excited! Aren't you excited?
I don't get like that, but I mean, I'm looking forward to it. So, yep, we got Ian's on. It looks like Mike was in yesterday, correct?
Yeah.
Mike, yep. Leonard.
Hi, Kevin.
Kevin, Marcus,
and family.
David's on. So Alyssa must be close by. Yep, says hello as well. As we're starting off the feed, two things that we want to say right off the bat here. Not sure if either one of them are on right now, but first and foremost, Richard Graham takes home the PDA 50 event today in Allentown at Jordan Lanes.
Congratulations.
Rick is still a force to be reckoned with. He's been a staffer with Purett for a number of years, and we are just proud to announce that Rick brought home another title. And then just a little while ago, Kerry can announce we have a good friend of ours on the PWBA Tour regional scene, which Kerry did not bowl this week, but
we have a lot going on this week and weekend, and we're getting ready to go off to the trade shows up in Connecticut this week. So I decided not to go to Columbus to bowl, but one of our very good friends, Cara Mangiola, won the regional today. So she is now a PWBA regional champion. It's so exciting. She's going to qualify now for the regional showdown in Florida in December. So I'm going to be hitting up a couple of the other regionals coming up here in September, October, and November. Hopefully I can punch my ticket. If not, we will try in December at the PTQ, but fingers crossed we're not going to have to go that route. So congratulations to Cara. I know Jeff and I are both super proud and super happy for you. So congratulations.
Congrats, Cara. Long time coming. So we can kind of jump in and, not keep you all on here all night. God knows I can talk forever. We all know that. But what we wanted to do today is obviously a few weeks ago, we had launched the Smith² brand. And one of the first things that we did was announced a start of a tournament series, mainly focused in on youth. We started with a girls only junior gold event that's going to come up here on September 7th. So it's going to be around there. Yeah, 3 weeks away. It's going to creep up on us. But one of the other things that we said on there is our full commitment to trying to really focus in on the youth movement of bowling and divert our attention to that. We felt it was something we can do with not being able to travel quite as much. We wanted to centralize here at home and kind of refocus. And when we came together, we essentially said, what can we do for the future of our sport? So that's what kind of brought us here. So what we're going to share with you today is essentially our youth ambassador program and essentially what you have to do. So if we have kids that are on here listening now and or parents that may want to help with the process, we're going to explain how you actually apply to try and become one of the Smith² and Purett ambassadors. So we've had this program running kind of in the background for the better part of 2 years. With all of our travel and coaching and things like that we were doing over the years, we really didn't get to devote as much of our time as we wanted to in the past. So this is a complete revamp. So, even kids that have been involved all along the way, they're going to be asked to do the same things to submit their resumes essentially to keep going on that. So Kerry put together a bunch of slides here. I'm going to actually put them up. We'll put ourselves in the background so you can read them better.
Yeah,
but
you don't need to look at us.
We're essentially going to let you see here what the ambassador program is and isn't, and we'll kind of ad lib. So I'll turn it over to Kerry here so she can kind of read a little bit here, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so as of 7 p.m. Eastern Time today, we are now accepting applications for our Smith² Junior Ambassador Program. So what does that entail? So, who is eligible? Anyone who wants to work towards competing at Junior Gold, bowl collegiately, or maybe even bowl professionally after competing your junior ranks. Obviously, get a career first. That's your top priority. So, if you want to bowl collegiately, cool. If you want to go straight into the workforce, maybe college isn't for you, or you're going to go to trade school, we can help you there too. And maybe you want to try the professional rank. So it is open to the youth may not have reached their 18th birthday as of August 1st of 2025.
Part of the reason for that is essentially we really want to get youth of all ages involved. What we really don't want to do is, especially if it's somebody brand new, is only have them for a year. Where we feel like we can't fully support every single thing that we could as part of the program, because there is a lot that goes into it to kind of get them ready to bowl at different levels. And as you read through that first part there, to be eligible, we are definitely looking for individuals that have the mind that they want to compete. That's probably the best word that I can put up there. It's not to say we are not going to help youth who just bowl league or things along those manners, but this program is essentially very focused in on those youth players who truly want to put the work in and learn all aspects of bowling in a manner that is probably a little different than just going to your Saturday morning league and getting a volunteer coach. You're going to get some top tier coaching here from the both of us that are actually going to get you ready to essentially do any one of those levels. So, we said before, we're really looking at Junior Gold of next year. That seems to be one of the pinnacles of youth bowling. A lot of people are trying to qualify to get there. Our intention is to travel along and try to be out there during Junior Gold and kind of group of kids and do as much as we possibly can while you're actually at Junior Gold, trying to help you from the back, because that's something we weren't able to do before when we were in the collegiate ranks, because we essentially could not help kids. I mean, it really restricted us from doing that. So Kerry will go to the next part, which is how you actually apply. And as you're listening to this is important, because you need to, one, have fun with this. Yeah. And two, you have to do the legwork to show us how much you want it. So go ahead, Kerry.
So the next step is how to apply. We are asking everyone who wants to apply for a position in our ambassador program to please submit a short video telling us the following. First of all, please introduce yourself to us. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Maybe highlight some of your bowling goals or highlights, I guess, accolades. But then the three main questions that we want you to include in the video are going to be why you think you would be a good ambassador for the Smith² / Pure Bowling program, what you want to learn about bowling, and what your bowling goal is for the 25-26 season. So we're asking you to be creative, and you can submit your videos via Facebook Messenger to the Pure Bowling page. Now, we're only opening this until the end of August, so August 31st, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time on August 31st is when you have to submit these videos. So be creative. We love seeing the videos. This was a huge hit the last time we kind of started this program. Just show us your personality. We want to get to know you through your video rather than just a piece of paper. So that's why we do a video resume.
And we do that, and we have a very large outreach. Okay. So we went through this the last time where we had some ambassadors and they submitted some videos, and just based on the distance of how far they were from us, it made it kind of difficult to help them to their full potential. While this is not only for locals, it is for individuals, if you are out of the area, that you're going to have to be available to come in and participate, because you won't get enough out of it unless you're willing to take, the travel and the distance to actually be at the facility on, certain dates and work along with the team, or the one-on-one aspect on it. So I'm not telling you not to put the application in, because we're going to listen to each and every one of them.
Right.
But you need to be readily available as much as we're readily available to you. Okay. So we also, we get asked all the time, so, what does it mean? What comes with that? And we didn't want to just put bullet points out here and essentially say this is it. Okay. Because there's so much more that comes along with this, which doesn't have to be documented on paper. But, essentially for each one of them, you're going to get an individual lesson from one of us each month for $35, which is more than half off. And that's just the individual session, like a one-on-one. However, we're going to have a lot of team clinics, which is going to be a once a month minimum process at Pure Bowling, where we bring the entire team in. And we are working anything from classroom clinics to, teaching fitness, nutrition, education on ball motion. It's all encompassed to kind of give you more information than you thought was ever possible of what it is to be a successful player. All right. We do team jerseys every year that are on there. We do a lot of very discounted rates when it comes to drilling. So your equipment is at a premium low rate to help you build proper arsenals, knowing that you're going to be going to different tournament types. We always have the Brands of Brunswick on board with us. It does say one discounted, one a year. Basically, it comes down to, a very aggressive staff pricing at that. And they have been good over the years to allow us to actually get more as players need it. So, we never want to say something is completely inclusive, but we are, Brands of Brunswick staffers. We've been with Hammer for a long time. We're very adamant about how much we think our bowling balls can aid everybody. So a lot of those are going to be used. You're going to be pushed into a lot of their gear. I myself work for Turbo Grips, and Kerry is a national staff with them as well, and we believe in the products there. So you're going to have some opportunities to use those products and get them into your gear. And we'll be able to do those and save you a lot of coin there. We have Pure t-shirts. We have so many things that we're going to actually give out to the kids to essentially help to aid them get to the pinnacle of what they want to do. Okay. So that is not where the list is going to end. It is just the very bare minimum of what we're saying kind of comes included on it. But this is no different than our adult staff, where an individual that is involved in this program is going to be part of the Pureit family, which is trying to always educate and aid individuals all across the board with our brand, what we stand for. We are individuals who I would say don't sell out to just try to, sell product and things along those lines. This is very centralized, very structured, and we want to extract the absolute best out of you. So when you're doing these submissions, I want you to come with it with energy, because I guarantee you that's what I'm going to be looking at. And we're definitely looking for kids who are coachable. Okay. Unfortunately, if you're not a coachable kid at times, some of that equates over into being a coachable adult and going into the job force and what you do in college and things along those lines. Kerry and I do not believe in the word "I can't," "I won't." Those are words that just aren't in our vocabulary. So we're going to structure the mentality and the thought process of individuals to help get them in the proper mindset to compete at the absolute highest level you want to get to. All right. So Kerry, what does a Smith, Smith² and Pure Junior Ambassador, what do they really do?
So they promote, both of our brands on and off the lanes. You have to be enthusiastic and passionate about bowling and want to learn. It's basically just most of the stuff you just said.
Yeah.
But you just have to come into it with an open mindset and just know that we're going to take you as far as you want to go.
So We talked about, clinics and things like that and individualized ones. And definitely this is how aggressive this is really going to be. Because so obviously you have until the end of this month to get those submissions into the Facebook page. We already have scheduled the meet and greet, which is going to be on Friday, September 12th. And it's basically a opportunity to get a meet and greet with who your new teammates are. If for whatever reason you haven't worked with Kerry and I before and you happen to get chosen to be part of this program, it might be a time you first meet and greet with us. Okay. We already have tentative dates laid out for a full schedule that Kerry and I are committing to because we're around to make sure we can get them ahead on the calendar here. These are clinic dates where this team is going to come in, and this is when they're going to have the learning opportunities. And I'm not going to read them all off there, but you can see it's October, November, December, January, February, March, April. I mean, it is every month. And basically the intention is we need to be covering topics and we need to be working towards what is going to happen next summer. And next summer is hopefully most of these ambassadors that come in are wanting to go there and go to junior gold and go out there and have a presence. Okay. We will properly prepare you. The other thing that we put a bullet point on the bottom here, just so we 100% understand, okay? Junior ambassadors with Pureit and Smith², along with our adult team, which is no different. It is exclusive. And what I mean by that is exclusive to Pureit Bowling. That means we're going to handle your equipment. We are going to drill your equipment. We're going to be doing all the coaching that comes along with it. All right. The reason we say this is because not that there isn't other good coaches that are out there. It's very confusing when you work with too many people that you get a different perspective or a different philosophy. You can take things in, but there is a systematic way that we work with individuals that are going to get them prepared in the proper way. The other thing is I see too often is if I'm not handling your gear and your specs and your pitches and your equipment, it's very hard for us to work against what I would call, improper ball fit or something along those lines. This is an opportunity to work with the best in the business. I don't talk about myself or Kerry that way very often and use those words. We let our teachings and what we do kind of speak for themselves. But for this instance right here, we're pretty adamant and we're very confident in what our abilities are. And that is why this team is dedicated to get better together, because there is more growth in numbers. So again, super excited to actually get this on the ground, being able to support this in a more structured manner. And I really can't wait to see the submissions come through. I think that was one of the best things when we did it 2 years ago was seeing the creativity that came out of it, because not just like anything else, when you learn the sport of bowling, it is about promoting not just the Smith² and the ambassadors, but how you promote yourself and how you carry yourself and your brand, which you're going to be building. When you look up to these professional athletes, whether the girls' side or the guys' side, there is different avenues to help build your own brand up along the way, and we want to be part of that to help you every step that we can. So
I just want to, not to interrupt you, Jeff, but I just want to put a little asterisk next to the whole coaching thing. I know a lot of people are probably concerned, especially the high school kids. It's okay. We know that you're going to have a high school coach with your high school team. That is okay. So I don't want anybody to not submit because they're like, oh, we're doing all of the coaching. Well, when you're in high school season, we understand that you have, your team has a high school coach and they're there to help you. So we do understand that portion, but a majority of your coaching, most of your coaching outside of that, all of your coaching outside of that is going to be us. So I just want
to. And the reason, and Kerry's saying that so there isn't confusion, and I was hoping people would read between the lines there. Like that's a given. Like we understand there's coaching that's done out there in a structured team environment. But when you get into the individualized and we're really breaking things down to make a player better, there is a process to it. And the process is we segment it to work on certain things. And if you break that segment and you're working with too many different individuals telling you to do different things, you are going to leave confused. And that's not just for the juniors. That's for
anybody,
right? It's great to have a wealth of knowledge and reading, and I laugh and I chuckle here because even on like the drilling side and things like that, you know, Facebook is a powerful tool, or the internet is a powerful tool where you can find a million videos. Unfortunately, 90% of them, the content's wrong. So, like, there can be too much information, and there can be not enough information. There is no age, Ian, that is too young for this program. Honestly, the age for youth, I don't want to say this the wrong way, but the younger the better, because if we can get them in when they're very young and they can start this process, they're going to have a leg up as they come up through the ranks, because we'll have them for a longer period of time.
Their brains are just like a sponge.
Yeah, that's kind of where the fun time can be added as well. But no, there is no minimum. It's just basically where that maximum age is, because we don't want to get started with somebody too late and then they're off and we feel like we didn't prepare them properly, or they're going to be in for 6 months and then right out, and it's tying it up. And trust me, we are very careful with how many ambassadors we are going to bring on, because we also don't want to be overloaded to the point where they're not getting enough individualized time and it's just a big old team of kids, and they're not, because we'd never be able to support that between the two of us when we go to certain tournaments, and we know they're going to compete. And look, we talk about junior gold, but when we look over and there's, youth events and we can support it, and we know you're going to be bowling there with our ambassador team, we want to try to be there. I don't compete quite as much right now. I am finally back on the lanes, which is kind of cool. But I want to spend my time supporting these kids.
Yeah.
And, the only way I can do that is by actually being there for them. So that's where we're headed with it. So get creative with the entries, get them in. Like we said, we're doing a tighter time frame because we want to hit the ground running on this, and get the right kids involved here, and go from there. So if you do end up having additional questions and comments on it, we will essentially, once we get off the feed here, we'll post these up on just the general Pureit page, in case somebody missed the feed, or you need to double back and kind of look at a slide or something that is something to trigger your mind there, but it'll give you something to look over. So that was the first portion of it, which went more than 20 minutes. So we try to get through it pretty quick, but I mean, the next one is obviously we had a massive customer appreciation event.
Thank you everybody for coming out. Yesterday it was a great event, and it was great to get to interact with a lot of you that I have never met. I know Jeff has probably seen a lot of people that came through yesterday, but it was awesome to have conversations with everybody. So thank you for coming out and supporting our event. We had a great time.
Right. And sorry, one other thing I did want to mention, just because of the youth thing, before I lose sight of that and get into the drawings. I promised you guys along the way too, we'd give you updates on the actual girls only event. So one of the biggest things individuals run into, especially parents are asking, and the frustration comes, is where there isn't enough individuals in a certain age bracket to have their own division. So I will tell you right now, in ours, the only age division we need one more person to sign up for to have a dedicated division is U12. So right now we have 3 in U12. I'm very confident we will get 4. That's the minimum that you have to have in a certain division. U14, U16, U18, I can tell you already are completely independent of one another. So what I'm getting with that is there won't be U16 and 18 bowling together. They're going to be U18 is all U18, U16 is all 16, U14 right now would be U14, U12 combined. But if you know younger individuals, or parents, and they're maybe, I don't want to say procrastinating, or they're a little thinking which way they wanted to go, spread the word. We're looking for a couple more in the U12 division,
and that's not
just so we can have it independent.
That's not saying other people can't sign up either. Like,
no,
yeah,
I didn't say that.
As many people as possible.
Yeah, but that is the only division where we want to get at least one more, so we get an independent one for U12, and that's the whole reason we wanted to do just a dedicated qualifier for the girls, to make sure that they have an opportunity to not have to bowl the open division right off the bat. All right.
Yep.
So yesterday, again, Kerry already hit it off. It was an awesome day. Customer appreciation event. It can be one of those things where you're like, well, how many people are going to show up? And you know, we had a lot of people come through that building. Maybe they just wanted all our free stuff. I don't care, but it was cool. It's obvious they did it. You know, we had a lot of people take advantage of the specials and stuff that came through yesterday. And on top of it, we wanted to make sure that anybody that walked through that building essentially has the opportunity to get some of the other free stuff that we wanted to do on more of a drawing basis. So we have, I think there's like 10 chamois, really good ones that the brands that the brands of Brunswick provided for us. Cleaners, we got two of the big B cleaners, one of the foam cleaners to give out. We have a turbo triple bag that's going to be given out. And then we are going to have two brand new ball giveaways as well while we're on here. One has been donated from SPI, which would be Storm, Rotogrip, and 900 Global. And the other one has been provided by the brands of Brunswick on their 7 brands. And those will be balls of choice. Okay, so for the first couple, I'm going to do a wheel on my phone. I have everybody's names in there. Once your name is called, it will come off of the board for the smaller things. Then everybody's name will go back in when we do the turbo triple and the 2 bowling balls. So even if you win one of the smaller prizes, you're still going to have the opportunity to win either the triple bag and or one of the 2 bowling balls that are actually provided.
I love giving stuff
So
away.
let me get up here. We're going to get the wheel spinning here, and I'm going to read off the names, and Kerry's going to get a piece of tape and write their name on it. So the first one's going to be for a hammer chamois. And your first hammer chamois is going to Charles Tilkins. So Charles Tilkins, funny one yesterday, he is the only one that got a very custom t-shirt because Mr. Zombro decided the first one he pressed, he was going to essentially put a logo on upside down. So he's got a nice one. So Charles, congratulations. You got yourself the first. You got your hammer chamois here. We're going to remove Charles off of that. We're going to do the next one. We got another hammer chamois coming up here. Spin the wheel. See what we come up. Terry Mine said the vibe was awesome. Everybody that came in, loved the help and knowledge. A lot of smiles to leave. The next one is going to Scott Boulay. Scott took advantage of a couple deals yesterday as well. It was good to see him. He's going to go down in 14 pounds. So it was a perfect opportunity. So, Scott, congratulations on that.
He's getting ready for league season.
Yeah. We know he likes, you know, a little blend of bowling balls.
Yeah.
Going to get ready to go there. Let's do a different one.
All right.
There, what do we got here?
How about ebonite?
All right, next one is an ebonite chamois coming up.
Nice royal blue color.
Spin the wheel here and see who we get. This is going to be Chris Quillman. Chris Quillman as the ebonite one. Congratulations, Chris. She gets her name on. What's the next one we got there?
We got Radical.
You got a red Radical chamois coming up. This one looks like it might get to, is it going to be David or Kevin? Looks like Kevin Rexroth. Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin.
Got a Radical red chamois. Taking him off of the board. So the next one we got here is a black Deviate chamois. Looks like it might have finally maybe stop raining around here. So black Deviate chamois is going to go to Crystalline Liskey. That one was compliments of Ben since you sent him shopping, so he got your name in there. So it's a good thing he did.
Okay.
You got your black Deviate chamois for that. Yeah. All right, spinning the wheel. What do we got next, Kerry? What are we doing? Another red Radical? Or are we doing? We're going to do a black track one. Black track chamois coming up. Dun, dun. What's up, Marquise? How are you, man? This one goes to Tristan Leinert. Tristan got the black track chamois. For anybody that won, as I'm going through this, we are traveling this week for the trade show for Island Supply. We're going to be at Foxwoods in Connecticut. However, we will have coverage at the center for pickups and thing along those lines. So there won't be drilling services, but if you would want to pick these up, it's no hurry. Monday, Tuesday, and Friday this week. We will be there from 4:30 or 4 o'clock till 8 o'clock.
All right, we got 4 left.
Four left.
Red
Radical chamois. Like I said, I will end up putting your names back in when we do the bigger ones. We actually have some cleaners before we get to those too. This one goes to Andre Kolabushi. Andre Kolabushi.
Okay.
Got it there. Next one, another black Deviate. This one's going to be Adam Mertz. Adam Mertz gets the black Deviate chamois.
Next one is Track.
Track black chamois. We got 2 chamois remaining.
Yep. Black and yellow.
That one's going to get to Todd Rissler. Todd Rissler. Him and his brother can fight over that.
All right, last one.
All right, this one is for the last one, another hammer chamois. Cool, like teal color here. Again, we want to thank Adam Ishman for all these, for sending these out to us here.
Thanks, Adam.
And look who it is. Jordan Eiley. Jordan Eiley gets it. Jordan gets the hammer chamois. It's Eiley.
I spelled her name wrong on here too. Sorry, Jordan.
All right, let's do one of the Big B cleaners. So first one, Big B cleaner. We got 3 different cleaners to give away. Rick, you can afford a black hammer chamois. You just won today. Dave Emmerich. Dave Emmerich, the lefty. I think Dave might have collectively bowled the longest out of anybody yesterday. I think he bowled for 4 straight hours.
You know,
and he did awesome. He was working on. Dave's a perfect example. You know,
working hard,
trying to change some things without totally ripping his game apart, just to enhance what he's got. Foaming cleaner. Crown foaming cleaner. And this one is going to go to. I wonder who's going to end up with this. It's going to David Volgamot.
Looks like Alyssa's getting it.
Yeah, just missed over. David bowls though too, so maybe not. It's VULGAMOTT.
I'm still learning that one.
Yeah, well, I had to ask yesterday too. So, all right, we got one more Big B cleaner, and then I'm going to go through and I'm going to put all the names back in, and then we'll do the turbo triple bag.
One more pink, please. What do I call this one? Just
Big B cleaner.
Big B.
Big B cleaner is going to go to Scott Clemens.
All right, Scott. It was nice to see you yesterday.
Yeah, Scott getting back into bowling after a few years removed, but congratulations, Scott. Get that on there. And while she's doing that, I'm going to get rid of these names, put everybody back in.
Now for the big stuff. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday. Good Sunday. Kind of got a little stormy. I think it finally stopped raining here, but I think this week is supposed to be pretty nice.
Cold front's coming through now with this rain, so there we go.
Icky.
Okay, we got everybody back in again. That was the big part because I want everybody to have a chance at the bigger one. So we're going to do the white turbo triple bag. These bags are awesome if you don't have one. Most durable ones on the market. Canvas is the thickest. So if you're going to have a tournament bag, that's the one you want. All right, let's give a wheel a spin, see who gets it. This could be a repeat winner because they're all back in there, but we'll see who it gets to. Oh, look at this. And it is a repeat winner. It's Jordan Isle. How lucky is that? Congratulations, Jordan.
Jordan, you are just...
Jordan, make sure you tell mom and dad that now you have a bag to put 3 more bowling balls in. All right, congratulations. Now, Jordan will come off the board. All right, next one. This is for an SPI, Ball of Choice. Storm Bowling Products. Ball of Choice is going to go to, I think this is one of the younger kids. It's going to Chase Pine. Chase Pine. Weird.
Congrats, Chase.
Chase is already better than his dad, Matt. So congratulations on that. Saw him throwing it. So Chase, that's going to be
we don't have the bowling balls. I just put SPI next to it. So.
And then the very last one we're going to do is I'm getting in trouble from Amy probably.
Oh yeah, Chase is jumping around
the room. So Chase can have a ball of his choice, Matt. That's going to be from Storm. He can just let us know, and we'll put the order through. And that was courtesy of Travis Selmer with Storm Bowling Products. So we appreciate the support there, Travis.
Thanks, Travis.
All right. And the last one again, Mr. Ishman is always so gracious. This is going to be for a Brunswick branded ball of choice. And who's it going to be? Come on. Spinning, 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 spinning.
It's one of those wheels that just never wants to stop.
And your last winner is David Singer. David Singer. Actually, I think Dave was talking about, I don't think he picked a new ball then, did he? So this might be a perfect opportunity. So, David,
I don't think so.
Congratulations.
He was working with me on the lanes.
All right. And since I'm feeling...
Oh, there's more?
There could be more. I think there could always be more. I think there's always more. All right. So trying to think here what we want to do. So I'm going to throw in, and maybe Kerry will do the same. I'm going to throw in a free lesson with me. I haven't given a ton of lessons lately, so a free 1 hour lesson with myself for everybody that's left on the board here.
I have something else that I want to throw in as well. I'll do a free lesson, but I also want to throw in a jersey from Coolwick.
Okay, so why don't we do that one first? Let's do a jersey from Coolwick. That's
not a custom jersey, one that's already in stock, but you can get your name on it. Okay?
All right. You get a car. You get a car. I'm not really an Oprah fan, but that part's kind of fun. So Coolwick jersey is going to go to, this is, I think, Chrislynn's dad. Lester Liskey is going to get a Coolwick jersey stock image. We will make sure we get a hold of you. We have your contact information.
Perfect.
Liske.
Got it.
Okay, close that. We'll do a lesson with Kerry. So again, one lesson, 1 hour lesson with Kerry. Let's see. Who's she gonna get? Is she gonna get a youth? She's gonna get a youth. Adam Mertz. Adam Mertz, you got a free lesson with Kerry Smith.
Woo.
Now the grand prize. That's a lesson with me. That's the grand prize. We're just doing it that way. Grand prize. One other thing to note for the individuals who won bowling balls, there's no drilling fee on those. So when you get those bowling balls, so for Chase and for David,
Yes.
and David, we will drill those for free too. So you have no charge whatsoever for those. So last one here, 1 hour lesson with myself.
The big T, the head honcho,
is going to go to. That should have came off of there. Sorry, repeat one came out. I can't let him win twice.
For the big prizes.
Come on.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, because it's not removing the. Why is it not? Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. It's me. The technical difficulties is me.
It's not a technical difficulty. It is a user error, apparently.
Free one came back, and he was able to do it again. Chris Quillman. Chris Quillman, you have got a 1 hour lesson free of charge with myself. All right, gang. I think that's the last one. We're completely out of giveaways. We've already kept you on here for just about 40 minutes. The very last thing, and I will put this on again on Facebook as well. Obviously, just like anything else, we understand people sometimes get tied up and, can't make specific days and things along those lines. And I did have some individuals, reach out and say, hey, I couldn't make the day or whatever. This week only, Monday, Tuesday, Friday. any of the deals that we offered during the event on Saturday for individuals who were not there or maybe were on the fence.
Do you want to tell them what they are?
You can get those deals in the center, which was basically any ball that's above a entry level ball. If you bought one, you could get a poly for 50% off.
Yep.
We had 10% off bags, 20% off shoes, and 15% off accessories. So they are all on there, and they are available this week. So if you did not make the day on Saturday, go and see Colby. Colby's going to be holding the fort down this week, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday from 4 to 8 p.m. So if you weren't able to make it in there, this is your absolute last chance on that, and we'll go through. But again, we love trying to give back. We want to see more involvement for the youth movement as well. I want everybody to understand, just for generalized youth as well, on top of this ambassador program, if you are a parent and you are friends with other parents and their youth players, spread the word on the program we have. Even if they're not part of the program, we have launched the most competitive pricing we feel is available for the youth players. We can't go below map pricing on balls. We have to follow those generalized rules. But when it comes to the drilling portion of it, when you get bowling balls drilled at Pureit, and we back doing things the right way, the youth for a standard drilling with us is only going to be $20 to have a ball drilled. It will be only a $5 upcharge if they use an interchangeable system. So the max they're going to pay for a ball drilling with us is $25. We want to keep those prices down. We are doing things for the adults as well. The adult prices are very competitive as well, to keep the cost down as much as we can, but also not give our product away. I mean, at the end of the day, we want to do things the right way. We want to be fair to the other shops around us. But we didn't get to as big as we are by doing things the wrong way. So I think, if individuals want to follow suit, we want to give back, and we're going to do so. If I could, I'd give you the shirt off my back, but you support us and we will support you tenfold. I mean, spread the word around. We love helping everybody and look forward to the ones that maybe we haven't gotten a chance to work with yet in the future. And whatever we can do to support your bowling needs. So we're going to sign off for the night. We're going to go on to Facebook. We will put this junior ambassador slides up on there. We will also put up that the specials will run, the rest of this week. And after we're back from the trade show, we are converting over to our winter hours over at Pureit already. We know league season has already started, so we will be back to a minimum of 5 days a week over there. Which includes Saturdays. So there'll be a lot of opportunities to get in and be as flexible as we can around your schedule. So we're looking forward to it. Let's be great together. Let's continue to work hard, and by all means, get out there and go bowling. Yay. All right, gang. Have a great night. We'll see you later.
See ya. Have a good week.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.